Ever wondered what makes TV so powerful in Jamaica? Time to find out. Welcome to Global TV Group 358, where television meets innovation. We're not just about shows, we're about shaping society. In Jamaica, TV keeps you informed, connects diverse voices, and supports democracy. Imagine a Jamaica where broadcasters unite, sharing data and collaborating globally. That's us, a unified voice in the TV industry. Did you know TV advertising is still king? It drives website traffic, boosts brand equity, and powers integrated campaigns. Even in an age of digital, TV stands strong, resilient in tough times. Our global TV deck is your treasure trove of insights and data. With charts, graphs, and success stories, it's your guide to impactful TV advertising. Curious to learn more? Visit our website and see how Global TV Group 358 keeps television at the heart of entertainment in Jamaica. Get ready to binge watch the future.
Oh, thy peace, God of my salvation, because the mouth of the sinful and wicked is open. Rastafari. Come with I. Rastaman throw one stone, and it bring a bad feeling to all wicked men. Not a people there. Make him man throw one stone, and it bring a bad feeling to all wicked men. Only when man like Marcus Garvey speak, wicked men would I hear. Hear now hear. Instead of that, they only sit aside and rob and cheat, and not first of all, make up what I seen to. Make him a throw one stone, and they bring a bad feeling to all wicked men. Oh, what a plan! Make him a throw one stone, and they bring a bad feeling to all wicked men. My favorite part, if Rasta make a progressive move, wicked men are red, how they want to see the day them can sell out Rasta and sell it out, I sell out Babylon. They give man throw one stone, and they bring a bad feeling to all wicked men. They give man throw one stone, and it bring a bad feeling to all wicked men. If Rasta make a progressive move, wicked men are red. How they want to see the dead can sell out Rasta and sell out, I sell out Babylon. Yes, stop on the right. You must throw a stone, and it bring a bad feeling to all wicked men. Oh, what a plan! You must throw a stone, and it bring a bad feeling to all wicked men. You have eyes to see, let him see. You have ears to hear, let them hear. What a prophet must say. President Mandela was in prison for 20 odd years. And he leave from the prison and take the seat of the president. Stone one. Big him and throw one stone, and it bring a bad feeling to all wicked men. Oh, what a plan! Big him and throw one stone, and it bring a bad feeling to all wicked men. Rastaman throw one stone, and it bring a bad feeling to all wicked men.
Tufton and inside me, down in our throat, come out and I rejoice like them clear. In the court of public opinion, you're all not clear because you all have enriched yourself to the tune of $80 million from the public purse, which you lied about to get it done, and which wanna play games to avoid detection, similar like what Andrew Holness did when he mince up him money, them the almost $500 million. So we know the game what wanna play against we. Wanna call Lady Prunella. Cause we hear say Lady Prunella look money for Barra. And we want to direct Lady Prunella in the right direction where she can get the money for Barra, and they may be merciful to her and don't charge her any interest. But Tufton and Girl will come out and practically like them a rejoice. Why TikTok hold on for comments like these? What is wrong with TikTok this morning? Come out like nothing happened. No, on embezzled with money. On embezzled with money. Even though you've not been charged, you've been cited for breaches, irregularities, and conflict of interest. It would be something in any democracy for a politician with political and public decorum to resign. But it would be wasted breath to even ask the question, given the amount of dead babies he haven't bat an eyelid over. Good morning, everyone, and welcome to my community of party and all my family members, platform moderators, membership holders, viewers, subscribers, commenters, and trolls. Good morning and welcome. $80 million embezzled by the minister and his girlfriend over some, don't know what they are. It's just a way to advance the money laundering that they regularly do, the money laundering and the stealing of state fund that they regularly carry out with. Morning, everybody. Welcome. I wanna do. Debbie Jarvis TV. Good morning. Good morning. Sharon Bernard, John Rock 8766, Charlotte Graham, Suzette Williams. Good morning. Marcia Thomas, Joan Pine, Colleen, Nen Miles, Judy Roberts, Abinisa Cody, Sheena Kelly, Lynette Jenkins, Barbara Simpson, Violet Watson's Lessons in My Life, Michael Nepper, Joan Bailey, Karen Nemard, Gloria Jones, Yvonne Riley, Marlene Williams, Colleen James, Verna Adams, Ian Ayres, Annette Beckford, Sharon Johnson Walton. Good morning, everyone, and welcome. Call the PNP them, the hypocrite PNP them, supporters, MPs, and everybody. And run, come here. Come here, go. Give you a bit of tongue wagging this morning. You bunch of political hypocrites. Debbie Jarvis, good morning, TikTok. Debbie and Duncan. Do tag them. Good morning. Yes. Bula Miller. Juicy. Errol. Kevin. Franco. Blacker. Tony. Ian. Most Smooth Wayne. Winsome. Novlet. Mama. Price. Sue. Mark. Morning, everyone, and welcome. Andrew Holness, for the third pan the PNP, you're chick with, you know. Andrew Holness, you're chick with, but you usually do it. But you're chick with. Marcia Gale, Glenroy P. Campbell. When you know, say Andrew chick with, Talk truth, Ladybug. Una no notice Andrew Chikwe. Una no notice how Andrew did have crime under control. You know, see, from the election done, Sophia Hall, from the election done, Andrew just let the demons them loose pan with whether be gunman or police officer. Instant and the beat and teach or go on. Talk to. On another say chick Andrew did chick we when them a run around crime is down every Monday morning like a sugar and gas price under PJ Patterson. We get a crime statistic. Hey, big God Almighty Monday morning. We get a statistic. Una no say a chick Andrew chick we because the demons them. The demons them let loose pan with whether the police or criminal. Then just let loose pan with so Andrew can't control them anymore. Andrew not have crime under control anymore. Norman Ferguson, how you do? Una no say what? Even though a lot of us were warning you, Randy, how you do? A lot of us were warning you about the Prime Minister and him crime statistic every Monday morning. Said nothing don't go so, win some Campbell. So you don't believe in the sugar price and gas price statistic where the Prime Minister come with every Monday morning about crime, I go down and murder, I go down and serious crime. The Prime Minister did just a chick who in can chick. You don't see the demons them let loose from the Prime Minister win the election. But come here, PNP. Because Oli Pano never like when me call out the PNP should have addressed the Jamar Ferguson killing. Isn't it hypocrisy that the entire class up there, you know, that sector of Jamaica, they're now speaking out on the massacre in Commodore. No objection to that. Not 1 inch. Oh, nobody's still not hear about Jamar. Fitzjackson, no. Fitzjackson, the political hypocrisy. So when police commit crime, Fitzjackson, is it not crime too? Is it not something that is felt by the people of Jamaica to Fitzjackson? Why the wagonists, you know? You all politicians are wagonists. You say all on to come out and the all on to jump out and Commodore.
Is a release from the People's National.
No can do. Let me tell you no one what I'm not going to allow you all to do. Let me tell you what I'm not going to allow you all to do is to try to direct our emotions. We want to scatter our emotion and share it up for everybody. We now gonna make honor tell us, you bunch of hypocrites, in what area our emotion should go. And this is what we notice the all on or do. This is what we notice the all on or do. When you compare these two situations, Annie Jones, how you do? This is what you all are doing. You're all not recognizing our public emotion when it comes to the murder of Jamar Ferguson by the Jamaica Constabulary Force. You have all not Labour, PNP, Prime Minister, leader of opposition, political class, private sector, wicked offering collecting church. Nobody recognizes our public emotion surrounding the murder of Jamar Ferguson. Every chink, mat, hog, and dog have something to come out, come say now about Cherry Tree, and we speak on we behalf, and we call up we name in a hit. Leave upon we own, make we deal with Commodore, just like how we deal with Jamar Ferguson and Cherry Tree and we own. But don't come here, come try to divert public emotion, political hypocrite Fitz Jackson into full direction. Make we direct with emotion, make we split with emotion equally with Jamaica brothers and sisters, whether they've been attacked by the security forces or they've been attacked by the lawless gunmen who are more than highly likely connected and supported by politicians. Leave we alone. It's insulting how this political class treats us. Andrea Joan Hamilton Wilson, how are you though? We don't have the nerve to come out and attack. And when an attack on our jaw, we in a hit. We can talk for ourselves. We have been out here doing it since Jamar Ferguson was murdered by the security services. To date, we're waiting to hear one of you hypocrites.
Is a release from the People's National Party Media Unit.
I extend my sincere sympathies to the families of the victims of the heartless and vicious slaughtering in Commodore St. Catherine.
Isn't that insulting? I don't know about Uno, but you see to my ears here on the left side. Anthony Elvis, morning. To my ears here on the left side, Michelle Johnson, how you do? Me don't know if Fitz Jackson just say, wanna find it insulting. Listen again. Very insulting, Fitz Jackson.
Is a release from the People's National Party Media Unit.
I extend my sincere sympathies to the families of the victims of the heartless and vicious slaughtering in Commodore St. Catherine.
Heartless and vicious slaughtering, he says. No word of a lie. That is true. It is what actually happened, whether it be gunmen or surreptitious members of the security services. It was heartless and vicious. Are you then saying, Mr. Jackson, that the slaying of Jamar Ferguson, an innocent young man in his house with guns planted on him, lives told on him, Mr. Jackson, was not also heartless and vicious? Is that what Fitz Jackson is trying to say to us? And don't you find that insulting? Coming from the PNP, where we expect to have a little bit of decorum, a little bit of humanity, and a little bit of sympathy? Isn't that insulting, Fitz Jackson? To want to direct our emotion and our thinking to say what happened in Commodore was heartless and vicious, but what happened in Cherry Tree Lane was not heartless. Don't try to direct my emotion, Fitz Jackson. Don't do it. Do not. It is insulting the way how selective. You all have selective outrage. We are outraged when the police or gunman kill we. Una have a selective outrage wanna respond to. Because on one start, the private sector soon come out, comes to us. Una hear nothing from the dirty private sector and the wicked thief in offering, collecting, pedophile, protecting churches. Una hear nothing from them. Una hear nothing from the wicked church.
Is a release from the People's National Party Media Unit.
I extend my sincere sympathies to the families of the victims of the heartless and vicious slaughtering in Commodore St. Catherine. While saddened by this action, we must deepen our resolve to apprehend all those responsible for this dastardly act and to bring them to justice in the shortest possible time. I also wish that anyone who has information that can lead to the capture of the persons responsible for those murders to make that available to the security forces without undue delay.
Visit our website at pnp.org.jm or
There's so many different Jamaica. Renice Nicholson, how you do? Denise Hilton, Joy Reynolds, morning. There's so many different Jamaica. And we get different treatment. Karen Nemard, how are you? We get different treatment based on the different Jamaica where you live in. One of you stop the selective outrage because the shooting continues. And last night, about 5 people get shot again. I think one succumbed to, I think, a teenager. Was it the teenager who died of the people who were shot last night? Well, no, sister Andrew Holness, Evan Bradford. Andrew Holness strictly. And as election done, yes, the teenager who was shot off the 5 last night in the separate drive-by shootings in Kingston. Drive-by shooting, Andrew Holness. Owe them something you just pluck up back. So, yeah, and the gunman them did have a deal for ease off, or is it that you covert people them in the military and the JCF I go around and carry out these mass shooting and these drive-by shooting? Andrew Holness, you trick the people. You have tricked the people and make people believe that. I hope people believe you say, oh, crime is down, you see. Cousin these were going. A whole heap of people believe the Prime Minister, even the wicked PNP them. Because all of them are, oh, while we welcome that murders are down and this are down, and but you fail to recognize the murders that are up with the Jamaica Constabulary Force. You fail to recognize the murder were up with the Jamaica Constabulary Force. Fitz Jackson, why you don't come out and speak about the unleash of violence in the country from Sunday night and you just let demons pound in the country? Why you not come out and talk? Why not have selective outrage? I'm noticing this country, more than 5 people have to dead for the government open to somebody, anybody open their mouth. If we're not dead enough with 5, Marlene Gabriel. If we're not dead enough with 5, it not invoke when one of we dead is not enough. 2 and 3, not 2 enough. We have to dead in our 5 or more to garner public attention from the upper, them who sit up there really doing nothing. Doing nothing at all, barring tell lie. How to lie with statistic is what Andrew Holness did in the last 2 years when it comes to crime. When it comes to the crime figure, when it comes to the low unemployment figure, Colin Dahmer, that is what Andrew Holness did with us. He deployed the rules of how to lie with statistics. How to just use percentage to fool you. When a lot of people on the ground knows the reality is different from the percentage that the Prime Minister come out on Monday morning like gas price. The gas price figures of the Prime Minister on Monday morning, a lot of people know it won't reach. See there now, in let the demons them loose for showing us say would they attack the truth from time said don't believe Andrew Oldness both in murders are done. They're suppressing the way they report things. We see the regular reporting in the papers are what them no report, it's reported on social media. We see how the killing rate gone high under the Jamaica Defense Force. Then just a walk and say, now that the bad man them calm down, we can turn up the thing. But we want equity in emotion. Fitz Jackson, Horace Chang, Andrew Oldness, and the whole on when me see a run around and I speak out and I recognize what happened at Commodore, but still the whole on same very one still have no knowledge of what took place in Cherry Tree Lane. All of you all are hypocrites. And if you try to be equitable with an emotion, try to split it up. And you can't wait until a hunger when 5 are dead by so-called gangsters. Well, we don't know if that is true. Because the rampaging of the Jamaica Constabulary Force, we cannot say they are not the one who shoot up Commodore. If them shoot up Jamar, Howard morning. If they shoot up Jamar, them have the capability to do drive-by shootings. They have the capability to do mass shooting. So we cannot say the security service is not involved in the murders. Because if they can go in a uniform, go behave so in a Jamar house, imagine what they would do when they put on mask on them face in an unmarked car or on motorbike. So don't come out here like a bad man alone with afraid in our country. You talk to a lot of Jamaican, they're afraid of police more than bad man. Because not every Jamaican interact with bad man, but most Jamaican interact with police. So don't go on like a bad man alone with afraid. Don't go on like a bad man alone and take life in our society. Look how in the investigation increase. Because the police them I walk around and I do the murder. When police kill women, I have to recognize it and stop the blatant disrespect and violation of our rights. We can't continue to cheat with so. Cheat with like the whole away of Jamaicans. So when I go adjust all of the other mass shooting and drive-by shootings as well, because we must be equitable with our emotions and with our sympathy. We can't just speak to the nation when we kill 5 away. Like when we kill 1 away, it no matter. Or when 2 or 3 away, it no matter. Ransford McLean, what go on? But there's so many different Jamaica that exist in that little country. There is so many different Jamaica that exist. You have the upper class, the upper echelons, the elite Jamaicans, the Jamaicans who thief their way to the elite society, the Jamaicans down in the ghetto, the Jamaicans in the gully, the Jamaicans in the rural hills and hedges where it's only every 5-year politician get led to those community by their delegates and their supporters and all sort of fuck when we continue to vote for them. Let's take a break and calm down.
Oh, thy peace, the God of my salvation, because the mouth of the sinful and wicked is open. Rastafari. Come with I. throw one stone, and it bring a bad feeling to all wicked men. Not a people there. Make a man throw one stone, and it bring a bad feeling to all wicked men. Only when man like Marcus Garvey speak, wicked men would I hear. Hear now hear. Instead of that, they only sit aside a rob and cheat, and not first and for. Make God what I seen to. Make him a throw one stone, and they bring a bad feeling to all wicked men. Oh, what a plan! Make him a throw one stone, and they bring a bad feeling to all wicked men. So, my favorite man, if Rasta make a progressive move, wicked men are red. How they want to see the day them can sell out Rasta and sell it out and sell out Babylon. They give man show one stone, and they bring a bad feeling to all wicked men. They give man show one stone, and it bring a bad feeling to all wicked men. If Rasta make a progressive move, wicked men are red. How they want to see the dead and can sell out Rasta and sell out. I sell out Babylon. Yes.
Thank you very much and welcome back. Let's go over to Lady Esmeralda. Where's Lady Pernella's? Didn't I put Lady Pernella singing on here? Oh yes, Lady Pernella. Favor morning. Morning, Auntie Pernella. We hear say talk like Zuri. We hear say y'all look money for Barra. But we're gonna point you into the direction where you can go get some money. Because until say if you call upon your friends, they should be able to sustain and deliver you in time of trouble. Favor Williams. Andrew Holness, Juliet Holness, Chris Tufton, Roel Reed, Grace McLean, Babsy Grange. I mean, all of what all of these people, James Robertson, Bobby Montague, Andrew Wheatley, if all of what these people have stole from us, Marissa Dalrymple Filbert, Pernell Charles, Tufton and his girlfriend. I mean, if all of these people, Favor Williams, was to gather up their stolen money and lend to you, even at a 0% interest rate, it could help you out in your time of need, you know. Tap you from borrow from people where you may have to go pay interest where will come out of your pocket. You see, if we don't stop steal out of the public purse, we wouldn't have all heap of money. Like the Grace McLean 124 million, where we don't know. It just melts like a butter against sun, so I'll buy birthday cake for man with Grace McLean want, where Grace McLean knows they don't want her $1 million for just one birthday cake. Yes. $1 million. $1 whole $1 million. Cause to cause. John Bailey. The one Evan Johnson thought of those birthday cake. Yes. Matthew Lewis morning. One birthday cake. $1 million. Colleen Richards. If you call up on Royal Reed, $50 million. Call upon your friend, them man. Don't put more tax burden and more interest burden on we, the taxpayer. Juliet Oldness alone had how much $1 million development in just one of our development, $800 million. Call upon your friend them. You can borrow anything you need for borrow. Borrow from your friends. Don't put we in a more debt. Don't put future generation. Don't lug future generation with more debt favor Williams. And give an account for the public purse. That's what could help us to save money. We don't have to keep borrowing for uno thief it. Because if we borrow and use it, it would have bad or not too bad. But we just borrow every year for no thief and enriching ourselves. Like Dr. Christopher Tufton, who him and his girlfriend, out of one house alone, enriched themselves to the tune of 800 million. 80 million rather, sorry. $80 million. Tufton and his girl, rubber out away. But the dunce here, the dust and the dunce. Remember the dunce who told us, oh, I failed as the chief accounting officer, the permanent secretary for the Ministry of Health, for about 7 years to submit appropriations account because people has died in the department. People has resigned from the department. And people has migrated from the country, said the bloody old dunce. Special, good morning. Said the bloody old dunce. This is the same dunce that is taking issue with the Integrity Commission report that they did a similar thing which you see happen with Andrew NCB account where they go put many money in a hit till amount up to almost $500 million. It's the same thing they do with these contracts to avoid detection and to avoid market competition scrutiny. You dunce idiot. What are you taking issue with? If you fail to submit your appropriations account for year, you fool. But these are the idiots employed with responsibility to look after your funds, Jamaica. And almost $1 trillion is unaccounted for under the Ministry of Health appropriations account. They can't tell we're almost $1 billion. It's the same ministry that we say take $31 billion. That's what power and drill we could have buy about 5-6. No, one would say, based on the Integrity Commission report, even though they haven't referred him for charges and prosecution, one would say, because they have flogged him for breaches, surrounding irregularities and conflicts of interest, one would say that is enough for a politician to resign because he lost the public trust and confidence. Not so fast, I would say, with Dr. Tufton. Given over 200 and odd dead babies under his tenure, 32 in 2 years, 24 in 24 days, and 15,000 of Jamaicans called on an annual basis in the messy health care run by Dr. Tufton. without batting an eyelid, then it will be a grand old waste of time, Rosemary, for anybody to even contemplate Dr. Tufton having any political decorum and stepped aside to say the people have lost confidence in me. Because, Ntose, we have lost it for so long and we have been wallowing and wailing and making it known that we have no confidence in Dr. Tufton because he doesn't know fuck all what he's doing. Not an eyelid was bat. So Dr. Tufton I go continue for kill we, the thief found we, sell we bad rice, him and him son, so we can come a hospital, so he can kill we and send we down a archers, or before he kill we, in girl can advise we how to run and how to skip, hop, and jump like kind of hit we do every day through pathole pan we road. Then they all make money out of us. And pops your uncle, when we pop our clogs, they send us to their Chinese friends who own the alcohol and the rice and the oil and the meat. And it's probably only the chicken and the goat, the little man on the corner, get a sale out of the business of debt. Because we know to reckon we supposed to and we ought to now recognize death as a business. Delroy, thanks for the follow. In our country, if we don't get to the point where we recognize death as a business, then we're going to continue to kill we, and we're going to think say are just normal scenario. Death has become a business. I'm sure uno no blind, uno can't see it. Everybody I make like a thing out of way. So Dr. Tufton and him down in your throat come out and are going like, oh, they've been clear of the Integrity Commission and the facts come out. No, they are uno do it in a way not to get caught. And even in the way uno do it not to get caught, uno still flag for irregularities. You introduce our company to the Ministry of Health and you lied by omission by not telling that the woman is your friend or your girl or your what's it or rather concubine or side chick. Available meat otherwise or whatever it is. You never said that. You lied by omission, Dr. Tufton. And you set up with public purse to enrich your friend. So don't come out here, come go on like I say, you're clear and the facts is out there and blah, de blah. When it comes to public opinion, Dr. Tufton, and one could say political opinion, you are not cleared. You're still embezzled with money. You're still find a way to embezzled poor people pocket. So don't go on like when you come out here with clean hands. And the dunce but dust stand. You need to provide the appropriation account them where the dead people, the retired people, and the migrated people prevent you from submit. Them thing that we're interested in. Because the whole on have a way as the Integrity Commission come out, come make on any pronouncement, the whole on come with a grandiose pushback with no lies and no schemes. Blue Lagoon, good morning and welcome. As Blue Lagoon enter, we'll move over to Parliament where two important questions rather was asked yesterday. One came from Mark Golden on the policy direction that this government have for the elderly, and then the other came from Isaac Buchanan when it comes to do with Blue Lagoon and all that jazz. So let us bring those two questions to you now. Bear with.
I noticed that your statement makes no reference to the report of the Committee of Parliament that looked at this issue of the elderly and their status and the conditions in which they live in the Jamaican society. That arose from a motion that had been brought to the Senate by Senator Professor Floyd Morris, which called for legislation to be developed to protect the elderly in this country. Your statement makes no reference either to that Committee of Parliament or its report, or indeed its origin. And I was just wondering, you speak here that a consultant is going to be procured to develop a position paper, a cabinet submission and drafting instructions. And I was asking, my question for you is, where will the report of the committee feature in the development of that legislation? It had certain recommendations in it. Are those accepted by the government, or is it something that's going to be looked at afresh by a consultant in developing the proposals that will go to cabinet for the preparation of legislation?
Well, I honestly do believe Colonel Charles is out of depth with that question, but let us wait and see what the legislative agenda of this government will be when it comes to the elderly, people with disability and challenges in our society. Now, then, this is Isaac Buchanan's question, which surrounds Blue Lagoon.
Member from Eastern Portland.
Mr. Speaker, Minister, I would like to join in congratulating you on your green paper. My question, my two-part question to you is one first of access and the second of public education. I appreciate that ministries sometimes overlap. So, you know, the questions would be asked from another ministry. I did peruse your green paper in its entirety. What I found absent, which is just a strengthening, is the access component. There are persons who are practitioners that don't know they're practitioners. For instance, a maroon from Moortown who is also a rafter. He doesn't know that his rich knowledge makes him a practitioner with his history about heritage and culture. I didn't see the aspect of public education that would allow a practitioner to identify himself as a practitioner so he can get access to whatever facilities or funding for his part. The second question then is about its inclusion, but then there is also the heritage aspect of it. It is through your ministry that oftentimes preserve our culture and our rich heritage. Such a heritage, especially for entertainment, would be that of Blue Lagoon and its access. I know you knew I was going but just to say that I appreciate the thought, the mature consideration that came through the paper. I will read it fulsome, but having speed read or read, I will just say that if that is something that would come to fruition when it gets to the white paper stage, you recognize the power of your ministry to protect both the heritage, which is the land aspect, and how it intersects with the who are the practitioners. And I look forward to your response on that. Thank you.
Member from...
To the people of East Portland, To the people of East Portland, can you remember a time in the last 6 years of Anne-Marie Vase's tenure where you have been represented in this fashion in Parliament? We can certainly say East Portland has been returned to the Parliament of Jamaica. East Portland is now being represented in the Parliament of Jamaica. Oh, how Anvar's heart must be wrenched yesterday. So present. Come a Parliament with so present, and things say that is enough to carry across the board. Look at you. Look at you dancing on carpet. Dancing on carpet. And you expect, so just show we say, carpet, it'll go win your vote. How idiotic. How idiotic and how entitled. You idiot. Now the people of East Portland can see that they are being represented, their concern are being aired in Parliament. They don't just come to Parliament with so present just so. So we'll see the PNPs there now to fix up the government and tidy up the loose ends of any legislative, consultative, or proposal paper that the government advances. These don'ts. So there was 2 good questions from the People's National Party yesterday, as well as a robust pushback, JB Morning, as a robust pushback on the composition of the parliamentary committees. Most, I think, is going to be the rattle-tattle is going to be about the chair of the committees, because Labor rights still want to chair the committees. So that rattle-tattle is, they're still going to come back to it next Thursday. But Floyd Green, and who is the leader of business for the PNP? Is it still Phillips? Not Palwell? Is it still Palwell? Well, whoever it is, they're going to have that going over with Floyd Green. Yes, Palwell. Palwell is the leader of government business on the opposition bench. So him and Floyd Green is going to have a going over in private about the structure, particularly more to do with the chairs of the committees, and then that debate will resume next Thursday, I believe. So we look forward to that. But me no want Christopher Tufton come out here, come go on like say him clear, him and him gal clear, because I see the 2 of them a release statement are going like, hey, there's nothing to see here. You're always talking about a bit of fluff. Brush it off and move on. They said, no, we will not. We shan't be doing that. Lisa, how you do? We shan't be doing that, because to say, wanna enrich yourself to the tune of $80 billion on a duck and dive and bob and wave to avoid responsibility. Dr. Tufton lied by omission. Dr. Tufton, somebody pass my house with a nice perfume. Dr. Tufton lied by omission. Dr. Tufton himself set up him girlfriend to make a killing out of the Ministry of Health, 15 contract with the Ministry of Health, and 1 with the Family Planning Board, tantamount to $80 million. Dr. Tufton was the one who set it up. Dr. Tufton was the one who introduced him girlfriend company to the ministry. And him girlfriend make a killing of $80 million. Dr. Tufton even is cited for irregularity, the way how them carry out their fraudulent procurement processes. The way how they splinter up the award of the contracts. Similarly, like how that payment of almost $500 million was splintered up to Andrew Holness' account to avoid money laundering. It's the same thing they do here to avoid market competition regulations. So no, you're not all cleared. The Integrity Commission may couldn't refer charges because they cannot provide evidence to support the threshold of guilt beyond reasonable doubt. But integrity-wise, transparency-wise, governance-wise, integrity-wise, you have failed. Don't mind Nesta Morgan and Pernell Charles. Pernell Charles is water. Is water that will never be able to travel on the bridge. So you don't mind Pernell Charles. Because nobody never did it to suit Pernell Charles' sorrow. Dayton is there now. Somebody is there now to choose to suit Pernell Charles' sorrow. Because after the labor right, then Marlene Mala who fought and Everard Warmington who graced with the labor right, them, they read, but they don't understand. You remember this song where say, when they read, they can't understand God's holy commandments. Somebody wrong, but not the Bible. I believe somebody wrong, but not the standing order. It is quite clear that labor rights, 1, does not understand standing orders. 2, does not understand even the legislation that they debate, voted on, and helped to pass. The Integrity Commission told us that. We see that the questions they ask of the Integrity Commission, the act explains the very question that they ask. And the whole of the dunce them arose, good morning. The whole of the dunce them have no idea of the powers given to the Integrity Commission by the very act they pass. That's how dunce, backwards, and don't understand where them do they are. But still, everybody take issue with the Integrity Commission. A person like Dunce Dustin, we depend on dead people for doing job. We depend on retired people for doing job. These are the technocrats and bureaucrats. Only thing a government alone. Only thing a government alone in the corrupt whirlpool in our country. The bureaucrats and the technocrats, them, are the chief of corruption. They are the one who help to steal with money and give with false accounting, give us delayed or no accounting at all. These are the people who fix invoices for their ministers and state ministers. And listen, we are engulfed by what you call them now? What you call them? But everybody pan we, you know. It's them. It's us against them. Because these people who are employed to the ministries, They are at the heart of the corruption. They are the ones who are protecting the steal. They are the ones who are providing false accounting. They are the ones who are make up invoice give when nothing don't go so. They might help thief themselves because them sissy is a ticket if you can and if you have the conscience to take. Take. Okay, Belan, what go on? We have been set up from every angle, Catherine Heightness. Everywhere we turn, somebody are digging our pocket or somebody are shoot out our whole way up with gun. Fun day. Daily fun rather, sorry. Everywhere we turn, somebody either stick way up with gun facilitators. Thank you. They are some big criminals in the civil service, in the ministries. There are some administrators, some crooks who are protecting the steal that is going on from the public budget. All the people who got president of the country, you think a politician alone? There's a whole lot of bureaucrats and technocrats rebel with a cause. Morning. Shani, how you do? There's a whole plethora of bureaucrats and technocrats out there. We need to go prison with them too. Because they are the ones who are facilitating the steal. They're providing us false accounting. Be a criminal surround we. Who not have their hand in our pocket, them a point gun out away. And when it pleases them, whether be the police or the gunman, them take with life. It's us against them. And the sooner we wake up, the sooner we wake up and see we have to chart a direction for ourselves when it comes to protecting ourselves and our lives and our right to life and property. We can't just make everybody come get rich out of we so. And then them turn around and kill we and tell lie pan we. And then them dismiss we when it pleases them. And them try to direct with emotion when it suits them. We need to wake up. Everything is sabotage. See how Andrew used crime figure and fool, you know. And now after election done and he get in third term, Andrew Honest unleashed demons spawn in the name of police and gangsters in the country. And one don't see where I'm going. From Sunday night, everybody just trigger happy so Campbell, oh, you know. From Sunday night, everybody in a trigger happy state who now act like them are police, them are do it in a drive-by, them are do it in a all sorts. You didn't Thompson. Oh, no notice that we're surrounded. Oh, no notice that we're surrounded. Fitz Jackson come out and come add insult to injury. I will be put that video in your phone. Come out, come add insult to injury. Me not understand, you know, so me I'm going to comment and ask, was it a birthday surprise or something? Maybe. Oh, it never in this slot. Did you all heard what was being played? Did you all heard what was being played? Hold on. I didn't even realize it was in the slot. It wasn't in. Okay, sorry. Can me confused. So let me play it again.
Excitement filled the air at the Sangster International Airport as chartered Wingo Airlines
Sorry, me never
flight
say
from
so. Me not have it
Bogota,
in a slot.
Colombia, touched down with passengers who had no idea they were bound for Jamaica. This marks the beginning of Jamaica's push in the Latin American market. Philip Rose is the Deputy Director of Tourism with responsibility for the United States, Latin America, and the Caribbean.
These flights from Bogota and Medellin are far from just a clever marketing idea. They mark the start of a new, powerful partnership between Jamaica and Colombia.
Colombian travelers have traditionally reached Jamaica through Panama via Copa Airlines, which operates both into Montego Bay and Kingston. With Wingo's airline now set to have direct seasonal flights from Colombia to Jamaica between December 18 and January 26, 2026, the momentum is expected to grow even stronger.
We currently have majority market in the United States of America, and it is our hope to continue to diversify that because that is important to what we do.
That's how the volume
in the long
is.
term.
That's how the volume is. Sorry about that. But me no know, me can't comment because me not really understand the reporting now, the context of it. Me don't know if it's a birthday surprise or what. That the passenger them never know where them a go or where them buy ticket for, or the plane just park up or tap off of the yard and say you want to go for a ride, and them just, and I don't know, I don't understand it. Ian Pastor Morning. I really don't understand that reporting because plane have a way of turning up in a Jamaica with people when I know where them a go. So, me no know. Maybe I have to go ask Oris Chang with the whole illegal gun them to find out where him and Colombia in a right now because we know say both him and Colombia love gun. So we don't know if it have anything to do with that. But honestly, me can't comment on something where me don't understand where it confuse me. What they're trying to explain really confuse me. So I really don't know. But let us remind the world what the government, the opposition, the churches, the private sector, civil society, and everybody in Jamaica have their head, everybody in the upper echelons and ruling class in Jamaica have their head in sand like an ostrich when it comes to this story. But all of a sudden, when Andrew Oles and Oris Chang, possible police or bad man them, corridor police or bad man them linked to Dr. Chang. Whether police or bad man, them linked to Dr. Chang. So, we know say, the drive-by shootings, the mass shootings, Dr. Chang is responsible. We know Dr. Chang provide guns to the police. We know Dr. Chang provide guns to gangsters. Royal Best, go on. Go on home. Go on. Oh, hold on. No, we have a plenty of people who know there. Unless they've been kidnapped. Oh, sorry. Me miss your reading. Me mistake your reading by the first sentence. I'm very sorry. But whether gunman or police, both of them are linked to Dr. Chang. Whether gunman or police, both of them get them weapon from Dr. Chang. So anyone that will get shoot down in the country, Dr. Horace Chang is solely responsible. Opal Kitchen, Wagwan. Is it Mabrak? Good morning. Whether gunman or police, it's go lead right back to Dr. Chang and him provide the two of them gun and him get the two of them order and him finance the two of them. But nobody wants to talk about the criminal. Everybody want to come out from one section of the criminal them. The gangs them where Dr. Chang run, like Stone Crusher and others. But the Jamaica Constabulary Force, which is another gang, thank you, which is another gang run by Dr. Chang. Everybody want to talk about the crime of the ununiformed gang that is run by Dr. Chang. But nobody wants to talk about the crime of the uniform criminals committed under Dr. Chang umbrella. And we now go make them use them galangin for this trackway and go on like say Commodore matter, but cherry tree no matter. They want to draw us into their selective outrage and emotion over Commodore when from the 15 we out here in outrage against cherry tree, but they still fail to recognize that we are outraged. And then them a call we enough for them Commodore outrage. We outrage by every shooting, whether it be by the uniform gangs or the ununiformed gangs. We are outraged.
This now viral video shows the now deceased Jamar Farquharson opening the door to his dwelling in Cherry Tree Lane, Clarendon, minutes to 3 p.m. Monday, September 15. The concern for relatives is what happened before and or after this apparent surrender that would cause the 22-year-old mixologist to be killed by police. A request to the JSA for the official report on the fatal shooting has gone unanswered. But CCTV footage obtained by CVM News from 2:34 up to 3 p.m. gives us a timeline of the events. The first video was captured at 2:34 p.m. Jamar arrives home from work. His housemate who also works with him confirmed this with CVM News. He's eating a patty and makes his way upstairs to his room. At 2:38 p.m., he takes off his shirt and walks to his room. He stays there until 2:56 p.m. when he sees the police arrive at the gate. He runs with his phone to let them inside. He was home alone. This is where the plot develops. From this video, we know Jamar is outside. 2:57 to 2:58 p.m., police enter and search the entire building. The cameras don't show it, but they force their way into 4 other rooms other than Jamar's. When we visited, we were shown the damage to each door. In fact, this door was badly damaged. No one else was there. Then they turned this camera sideways. But it continues recording on a cloud. They unplugged the internet at 3:31 p.m. But the camera downstairs continued recording before the police disconnected the internet and captured several of the team members walking in and out, stopping and checking behind chairs, conversing with each other, even talking on the phone. In this video alone, we count at least 10 policemen and women in conversation while Jamar is outside. The last video was recorded at 3:31 p.m. The other tenant says the internet was disconnected and his 3 cameras upstairs taken by police. He brought us to the room and showed us what appeared to be bullet holes in the wall where Jamar was reportedly shot. Bloodstains were still present. Indicom has all the footage seen by...
Now, a question I asked last night. Did they place Jamar on his knees like they did with Romario before they shot him? Now, if you look at those bullet holes, it wouldn't have suggested that they would have shot him while he was standing up. Isn't it? Look again.
Jamar is outside. The last video was recorded at 3:31 p.m. The other tenant says the internet was disconnected and his 3 cameras upstairs taken by police. He brought us to the room and showed us what appeared to be bullet holes in the wall where Jamar was reportedly shot. Bloodstains were still present. Indicom has all the footage seen by CVM News and is investigating. The other tenant has since moved out in fear, telling CVM News the police have circled the area every day since the shooting. Residents staged a protest on Saturday demanding answers. Jamar's aunt, who raised him, also wants answers.
It don't take a rocket science to know that you have to have a search warrant. Whose name is on the search warrant?
Giovanni Dennis.
Vera Thomas, Tony Webb, morning. I do believe Jamar was placed on his knees, just like we saw what happened to Romario in his execution. I do believe Jamar was also placed on his knees, both based on how you see the bullet hole them. And everybody want to figure silence on this. Everybody want to act like it's just a normal day. And everybody want us to be outraged about Cherry Tree, about Commodore. But we must stay silent when it comes to police brutality. Police executing us in cold blood and setting up the crime, planting the evidence. And when I run up and down and bawl like mad people, because Wasara come, you know. Wasara come. This is the training exercise to desensitize us and to normalize us, Jamaica. Yes, we're going through a normalization phase. Because they're going to have to turn up the thing. Because we're going to be pushed to a point of rebellion. They know that. They are fully aware of that ongoing on. And they have to make sure that they instill the fear, especially among men, especially among young men. It's coming, you know. It is coming. Don't know if you are prepared for it. Don't know how you will react to it. But we are going through the normalization process. I'm Katie. Good morning. We're going through the normalization process. And them are going to turn up the thing. Remember, during COVID, even though I never had a vlog long time, I told you all about the great Milgram's experiment. And the pandemic was a global Milgram experiment. And your experiment, Panwe, you know. And your wholeness experiment, Panwe. I saw a video on TikTok yesterday. I forgot to download it, where a young lady was explaining to us if we want to know why Andrew Holness won the election, or if we want to know why Andrew Holness doesn't want to criticize Israel, then we should research Pangea, which I also did. And you can see the connection. You know that one of that thing that they used to hold back the election was that technology thing which they're rolling out, that is a Pangea thing. Pangea is a Israeli-based IT bullshittery. So you may want to look. Let me try and put up this spelling here for you. You may want to look into it yourself. You may also want to ask the Prime Minister, what deal is it, trade deal or otherwise, that he may be involved in with the Israeli Benjamin Netanyahu, given we knew he went there and he signed a memorandum of understanding. So maybe that is something we're going to want to look into. But this is the spelling, Pangea, Pangea. If you type in Pangea Jamaica, it will give you the details of the contract when it comes to the electoral Galangin, the biometric registration. Galangin, Pangea wins Jamaica, multimodal biometric voters registration contract. So that Galangin, whenever work with you, is one of the Pangea playing Dally House Galangin as well. But as something what one can go read up for yourself, Pangea, Israeli-based Pangea has won a contract of to supply technology to the Electoral Commission of Jamaica to support the establishment and maintenance of a biometric voters registry. Under the tender, Pangea will provide an integrated, centralized biometric system, including installation and configuration, and the commissioning of multimodal automated biometric identity system, ABIS, to verify voters with fingerprint and face biometric. So in whatever way Jamaica, they can collect your biometric details if they don't get it through what's you call that one? If they don't get it through NIDS, them are going to get it other ways. All hardware and software components will be provided by Pangea, including for dozens of biometric registration systems across the country. The company will also support integration with existing systems like the Electoral Registration System, ERS, according to the announcement. Jamaica expect the system to support a voters registration of 4 million people with maintenance and continuous support for 5 years to help ensure the election security and eliminate the risk of voter fraud. In the past year, we have expanded our digital government service to Central American country in looking to advance technology to help them close the digital divide between them and their citizens, says Pangea Senior Vice President and the Government Department, Mr. What's it or rather, his name is I cannot pronounce, something another Rosenthal. Our team is already operating in Pangea in Ecuador, Guatemala. I will TikTok a violate me for what TikTok came here do. Leave me alone. Where we have signed several agreements and are actively looking to recruit country managers and sales marketing staff. The contract follows a series of projects involving digital solution for population registration, digital ID cards, and biometric passport carried out by Pangea for governments. The dollar value of the contract was not publicly revealed, you see. Pangea planned to expand aggressively in South America, where the company says government face similar digital ID challenges of their counterpart in Central America and Africa. So maybe you want to look more into all of these bullshit, because it is a way of capturing your biometric that the court ruled that them can push Panwe in at the NIDS. So they're going to push it on us through the voters' registration by the hook or the crook, said this government. We must secure their biometric data. And look who is involved. Those who operate a genocidal apartheid state, Jamaica. You wonder why every time it comes to a vote in the United Nations when it comes to Israel and Palestine, the Jamaican delegation find themselves so busy and so doing so much of nothing that they never get the chance to vote. The same prime minister that goes to the United Nations, who is horrified, who condemns rather Hamas attack on Israel, but is only horrified by the starvation, the genocide, the killing, the deliberate killing of children. That's our Andrew, isn't it?
The 15th of September was a dangerous day in Jamaica, a day we must never forget. What about the 15th of September? I'm going somewhere. 23 police officers went down to Cherry Tree Lane with a blank warrant, wrong name, wrong house. When the police went to that address, they had one intention. Because who don't know when you go upon them type of operation, you're going to parade and you are given special instruction. And I can tell you, it is my belief that they got instruction from the person in charge of the operation. Said this operation your name, we not carry nobody go jail. This operation is dubbed straight to the mark. Hence, they knocked the door of Jamar Ferguson. They knocked this door. Jamar Ferguson reached home 2:34, eating a patty. Went upstairs 2:38. The police came at the door, him still on the camera. Him let them in 2:56. And this is where it get tricky. He come down in a black marina with his phone in his hands. He surrendered as he opened the door. The police came in. 23 police on the operation. Them later lead him to a room, and the reports are, when them have him in the room, him stretch in the close them for draw a gun, and 2 policemen fire 2 shots each. Me at him about the number. 2 police fire 2 shots each. Me say ask, wanna fire them 2 shots there same time, or 1 police fire before 1? 2 shots each, killing Jamar Ferguson. I can safely say now, after 10 days of waiting and watching the video and coming to an independent conclusion, the police murdered Jamar Ferguson in cold blood. What happened at Cherry Tree was nothing short of extrajudicial killing. 23 police. The thing is, none of them is innocent. The 23 police is guilty and should be charged for murder. Nobody in that squad said no. Everybody have the same story. It was a shootout. Had it not been this camera, we would not have known. We might would have believed that in fact it was a shootout thanks to the camera. The police refused to wear body camera. The high command of the police with the minister of security refused that the police wear cameras and these operations. And this is the reason why. 22 years old, gunned down in his own house, a working individual, a taxpayer, an innocent victim. murdered by members of security forces. The police tampered with the crime scene. If the shooting did clean, why on the turn camera? Why on the plug out Wi-Fi? This was a Hollywood type of murder. Murder and fix the crime scene same time. How long, how much more? How much more Jamar Ferguson have there been? I keep asking, how much more will they be? What happened September 15, you know? Make no mistake, could happen anywhere else. Any local ghetto. Everybody will have boy pitney. Must take this thing as an indictment against the innocent civilian. It can't continue. And what surprised me, that after 10 days, nothing from the Minister of Security, nothing from the Justice Minister, nothing from the Prime Minister, nothing from the churches, nothing from the private sector. Then I must understand them. This is the way forward. Then, if the gunman come and knock your door, you don't let in the gunman kick off your door and murder you. If the police come and knock the door, you don't pull the door, the police kick off the door. And if the police come and call you and you come out and surrender, you can be taken back in the house and killed. It can't stand. This barbaric, this dangerous, this wickedness can't stand. Somebody have to pay. Somebody have to be taking police out of frontline duties here and there now, you know. That is with that damn ship sail long time now, you know. A time for head road now, somebody have to answer. In the come of too much investigation, too much other case to deal with. We have 23 murderers now. Just in a station with gun. He can't stand. These 23 police is 23 low life. 23 murderer, half a flush out of the system. It's as simple as that. You kill him, you turn in camera, you plug out Wi-Fi, you leave with camera, you fix the crime scene, you plant a gun. How much more? Where next? Because we're not going to go to Cherry Garden and Beverly Hills and in the poor local place we're not going to go. Where else? Who else going to suffer because a wicked policeman and woman? It can't stand.
Dear Thief, I think Royal Reid lawyers are as dunce as a thief that Royal Reid is. Maybe it's a bit of tongue-tied, but Royal Reid is a dunce, Royal Reid is a thief, and the lawyer them is a dunce. Whoever represents Royal Reid, I think you met the bar will qualify you. Look, Dallyhouse-ish. Because why I am confused, I don't know which one of you galanging for take serious. At one point you are saying that evidence were not disclosed to you within good enough time for you to peruse or go over whatever you want to call it. Or to the other side of your mouth, when not gone through the evidence, you are calling for a no case to answer. I don't know how to work out those two because you're calling for a no case to answer, but you haven't gone through the documents to see if there's a case there to answer. Which makes sense to you, Attorney What's It Today, is it? Which makes sense? You're calling for delay under the disclosure rules. And at the same time, you're calling for a no case to answer. Make up your mind. Or it is just the hypocrisy of defense lawyers who take money just to do bullshit and to protect criminality. Eh? Is that what it is about? But you cannot call for the two things at the same time. Is either you want time to go over the information where you claim so you get late, or you go over the information and there's no case to answer, or you are just a dunce idiot. Come in and know how you cannot call for the two things at the same time. And no case to answer and a delay to go over. It don't make sense. Or maybe I'm a fool anyway, because generally me fool sometime. So maybe I'm just in a one of me fully fit. But the two sin thing don't sound good together. Coming from an attorney. Where you claim say, you know, go over the thing them, but you still have to there's a no case to answer. That I am confused. But anyway, thief normally confused because one thing about thief, they normally confuse you to distract you. And this is what Royal Reed Lawyer is doing at the moment. Just like what Oldness set up, Oldness and Armstrong set up the massacre in Commodore for this chakwe because they don't want to focus on the blatant criminality and barbarity coming out of the police. Idiot, you can't distract we. We no ban back a cow. We no ban back a cow like uno. So you can't fool we. If the people them did believe we then wouldn't vote for Andrew Holness because we did tell us say a fool Andrew Holness a fool with the crime figures. And see, as soon as Andrew win the election, Andrew let out in demons them pan but here someone no go grunt and bear it, you know. Remember me did one, say if you choose Andrew, you now go turn with him for the next 5 years. So I don't want to hear no noise in my ears. Me no want to hear nobody complain. If you now go walk on road and demonstrate on black road and lay down in a road and ball for murder, don't come round here with no noise. Vote. Choose Jamaica. Choose JLP. It's what you got. Choose Jamaica. Choose JLP. But remember, say JLP come with a whole heap of bullet and money stealing. Ask Bruce Golden and the people them of whatever the gardens for the thing I lie me I tell. Ask Bruce Golden and the people them over the Valley Garden if labor rights not come with a whole heap of bullet attached to it. So you can't go and stay there. Make these people continuously fool. See, after 5-6 years of waiting, a criminal case reached to the Privy Council before it go on trial in our country in order for World Read now go on trial. And see when we reach a trial, we still have dilly-dally and as we reach a trial, defense asks for showcase out of court. Then who go explain with $50 million to we? Argue we back with $50 million. Or then just walk free so with it. Me gone, yeah, because them something is stressful. When you sit down and conjure up the whole of them illegality, criminality, and wickedness what these people do to we, and we still have vote for them, you know. Not only just a vote for them, we still have just vote for them for KFC and $5,000. Jesus Christ, Jamaicans. And not about when we did it and the world don't know about it. The world know about it now and we still do it. We don't know if there's something wrong. Are they fuck monkey and Obi away? Something wrong though. But we need to sort our shit out. Or otherwise, you see, in this transition, where the world I got through, we're going to be lost in transmission because power a change, different alliance are formed, and we just turn up tips like a madman just a steer out of space. Because our leader is a prostitute. He hanker to where it benefits his pocket. Anyway, me now go continue have a meltdown for Andrew Holness. All me know say him trick we. All of them trick we, thief found we, and then when we talk, them try point gun out of we and try put we in a fear for silence we and all of that. But one thing I can tell you, I will not be silenced. You understand? Because you see, as long as you're not a thief, as long as you're not import illegal gun, as long as you're not kill we off without a cause, that give we reason for talk. So we're going to talk. So all you have to go do is doing the next best. But we are going to talk because we not commit crime against we. And there's nothing written in a book say you have to sit down and just make somebody commit crime against you and you not do nothing about it. If it means picking up weapon against a state commit crime against you, you're entitled to do it. Self-preservation and right to self-defense. If police are coming at your house going to shot you, who we go call? Who do you expect to... Anyway, me gone. Thank you all very much for being here this morning on Global TV. Lovely to have your support as always. If you're new to the program, please give us a follow so when we go live, you will get our notification. And please do join us back this evening for the people's point of view. Thank you very much. Good morning and good afternoon from Global TV.
Oh, thy peace, God of my salvation, because the mouth of the sinful and wicked is open. Rastafari. Come with I. Rastaman throw one stone, and it bring a bad feeling to all wicked men. Not a people there. Make man throw one stone, and it bring a bad feeling to all wicked men. Only when man like Marcus Garvey speak, wicked men would I hear. Hear now hear. Instead of that, they only sit aside and rub and cheat, and not press the floor. Make up what I seen him. Make him a throw one stone, and they bring a bad feeling to all wicked men. Oh, what a plan! Make him a throw one stone, and they bring a bad feeling to all wicked men. My favorite part: if Rasta make a progressive move, wicked men are red. How they want to see the day them can sell out Rasta and sell it out. I sell out Babylon. They give man throw one stone, and they bring a bad feeling to all wicked men. They give man throw one stone, and it bring a bad feeling to all wicked men. If Rasta make a progressive move, wicked men are red. How they want to see the dead can sell out Rasta. I sell out, I sell out Babylon. You might throw a stone, and it bring a bad feeling to all wicked men. Oh, what a black thing! You might throw a stone, and it bring a bad feeling to all wicked men. You have eyes to see, let him see. You have ears to hear, let them hear. What a prophet must say. President Mandela was in prison for 20 odd years. And he leave from the prison and take the seat of the president. Stone one. Big him and throw one stone, and it bring a bad feeling to all wicked men. Oh, what a black. Big him and throw one stone, and it bring a bad feeling to all wicked men. Rastaman throw one stone, and it bring a bad feeling to all wicked men.
Globalists, when we come back later, remind me for us to look at an article written by Zara Burton that's just recently released yesterday evening, rather, titled "In an Unusual Move, Ministry of Health Issues Reaction to IC Report Before Tabled in Parliament." So that article will also look at this evening. Thank you very much and goodbye.
If you don't like missing out on the latest shows but still enjoy classic hits, then Global TV Group 358 is your perfect match. Global TV Group 358 isn't just another channel, it's your ultimate TV experience. From breaking news to binge-worthy dramas and timeless classics, we've got it all. Our unique blend of original content and global favorites means there's something for everyone. And guess what? With GTVG's seamless streaming, you can watch anywhere, anytime. Plus, our interactive features let you be part of the action. So, whether you're a seasoned binge watcher or a casual viewer, Global TV Group 358 is here to keep you entertained day and night. Don't just watch TV, experience it with Global TV Group 358. Subscribe now and never miss a moment.